Reformation Act, or I believe like that. So similarly, just like Indians can use peyote to induce this experience in their religion that thins, that turns on this energy in the mind and the body that thins a person's connection with God, that thins the obstacles so that one can perceive God a little better. These Brazilian folks, and now a much less potent psychoactive substance that does the same thing, it is a sacrament, should be able to, by law, the laws are already in place. Our constitutional religious rights are being violated by the police, and there are many thousands, if not tens of thousands, and maybe hundreds of thousands of people out in America who feel this way about cannabis. When they smoke it, they feel peaceful. They feel drawn into a kinder, more aware experience that has led many people actually to start meditating and to start other transformational processes as a result of finding out that this peace is available within them if they just learn these different methods called meditation and transpersonal analysis, dream analysis, rebirthing, different techniques to remove these unconscious blocks that are the partition in our own mind between us and God that keeps us from having a more fulfilled experience. So we feel again that this is a constitutional states' rights issue, that for 30 some years, and I've had this church a church for since 1995, so that's 17 years, that our constitutional rights have been violated by the United States government. We feel that everybody that's in jail at this time or facing a marijuana or has on probation or has been busted for marijuana, that a citizens group of individuals should be allowed to investigate the spiritual statements and qualities and disposition of a person that's in jail, and if it's found that they considered the use of marijuana their religious right, that it was bringing them close, that they should be released, their record should be expunged, and anybody that's ever been arrested that can be found out. Because, quite frankly, 1936, somebody's known about this. We understand from doing research that it was DuPont and Goodyear and people like that that wanted to produce chemically all of the different products that come out of hemp, newspaper from trees instead of hemp. But now we need to save our trees. So growing hemp will replace newspaper. It makes a lot of sense that DuPont and Goodyear should sacrifice a little now for us so that we can make some money and have our spiritual rights and have the whole industry that would be opened up in the form of quality human usable protein in the seeds, hemp for clothing and for paper, which most people know. Then there's what's called omega-3, 6, and 9 oils also in the seeds that are very important and relatively expensive for proper health. And there'll probably be other things that'll be discovered that once research is allowed to open. And this will create a whole economy for the state of Oregon and the whole America actually, but at least the states that have voted that they should have medical marijuana. And so again, we started to say that we think this is a states' rights issue. This is much bigger than marijuana. A whole country, a whole world has been fooled by somebody for some reason of putting a harmless little drug on the same federal category as heroin. The fact that somebody is fooling us is the real issue. Who is fooling us, and for what reason? And what other areas are they fooling us in? The people that we are trusting to guide us into helping us, helping us, a good, prosperous life, are really just scamming us to death? Is that what's happening? So let's get on the Constitution. Let's follow the Constitution, Americans, and find out what happened. Let's get back to the Constitution. So many federal laws are violating the Constitution, like this one. But we can all start with this one. And thanks a lot.